Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. It is episode 117 and today I have got some very exciting news to start off with. I have been looking through the internet, I've been reading through all of Mojang's posts on Twitter, and most importantly I am subscribed to Exumavoy's channel, and I have noticed that there has been a new update to Minecraft. Now this is Minecraft 1.11.1. Minecraft 1.11.1. I hope I've said that correctly, there's a lot of ones in there, but it introduces one awesome new feature that I think is probably one of the most game-changing things that I've seen recently. I mean, the Elytra were like a massively game-changing thing. I mean, look at these things. We got wings in Minecraft, it was amazing, but unfortunately, we could only use them to glide. Now, we have rocket boosters. We have actual rocket boosters in Minecraft, and I can't believe it. I can't believe we actually have jetpacks in Minecraft right now. It's probably one of the biggest changes I can remember. Anyway, personally, let me know down in the comment section what you think the biggest change to Minecraft is, but this is definitely up there, and I am beyond excited. And the best news is the way that you make the rocket boosters is just by making fireworks. Now, for those of you who don't know how to make a firework, all you need is paper, and you need gunpowder. Now this also has me very excited because, as you guys have seen, if we take a look in this chest right here, let's just say we've got quite a lot of paper making supplies. Okay, we've got a lot of paper making supplies right here, but most importantly, we've also got this little fella up at the top here. It's just loading in. This is my hostile mob farm, and that just spews out creepers left, right, and center. Okay, we have like 4 double chests of gunpowder at this point in time, so that means that we have got plenty of rocket fuel to create all of the fireworks, which means that we are going to be zipping about the Hermitcraft server like nobody's business, okay, and I cannot wait for this change, but obviously that is far too much. That is far too much fireworks for just me to use. I feel like the other hermits should probably get in on this action for a small fee, so what we're going to do today is we're going to be creating an awesome fireworks shop that is going to allow all of the hermits to have their own little jetpacks. Now just to make it clear, we aren't actually playing in 1.11.1 right now. I do believe we're in just standard 1.11, but it is on the horizon, the changes have been made, and I think it's Mojang's reaction to the whole punch to bow thing that we have going on here, where we shoot ourselves with the bow to propel ourselves. They don't really want that, so they want like an official way to fly, and it seems like a pretty good plan to me. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop off into the Brown District. We're going to take a look around for various locations, because obviously I'm going to be building a shop for this thing. I think I'm going to do something similar to what I did with the Snot shop, with like a flying shop out off the edge of the Brown District here, because like this place is so cramped. There's so many shops around here. I really can't get a look in. In fact, I can't even find a place around the outside of the Brown District to place it flying. Oh no. This project needs a whole ton of iron blocks, and that is not particularly promising. Okay, so the first iron farm didn't really deliver in terms of iron. We had about 6 or 7 stacks in there. Let's see if this one is up and running. Oh no! We're definitely running low on iron blocks. We might actually have to make a few purchases here. So, from all of the iron farms that I've got on the drone, I managed to get 7 stacks. 7 stacks of iron blocks. That's how many I got, which, yeah, I mean, that would be good. I'd be really happy with that in usual circumstances, but this is going to be like a really iron-intensive project. So, I don't know. I don't think we're actually going to be able to do this. I think at some point, we might have to head off and visit the iron shop that's currently on the server. But anyway, as you can see, I'm currently in the process of constructing something off in this area right here. Right now, I'm in the process of making the first firework. So, as I'm sure you've guessed, we are going to be building some fireworks right here. And what I thought we could do is, I thought we could build 4 of them. So there'll be one right here, there'll be one off in this direction, one off in that direction, and one off in this direction. And they're all going to be switched on, like blasting out things out the bottom. And they're going to be holding up the store that is going to be in the center. I think that sounds like a really cool idea. I thought it was quite a creative idea for the shop, and it should end up looking pretty nice. So I'm just in the process of building the first one right here. And as you can see, it's pretty enormous. I mean, I hadn't quite clocked how big this thing was going to be, but I thought I'd do a full loop of the red hardened clay, and it is going very high in the sky. I think I've just done that wrong as well. I think we need to go around the corner right here. And then, yep, we go into this section and up like this. So this should give us a rough idea of the height of this thing. And on top of this, we're going to have, like, the pointy bit as well. So we've got the extra height on top there. But let's just quickly pop down and see how big this place is actually going to be. Right, I have to say, it did look a lot taller while we were stood up there. That's actually quite a good size. There'll just be 4 of those dotted around. Yeah, that should end up looking pretty good, but 7 stacks of iron blocks, 100% is not enough. And with that, all of the red hardened clay should now be in place. I actually built this thing a little bit too high, but we have got 4 sets of stripes going round and round at this 4x4 area right here. So I'm quickly going to jump down and take out these yellow blocks. That one can go, and that one there can go, and that should be everything. I think we've got some yellow on the outside, but I really want to see what this looks like, because to be honest with you, I feel like I might have gone a tiny bit over the top with the stripes. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know what to think. It's quite difficult to be able to see what's going on. Because we're in the dark, and because we can see the red hardened clay behind it, it just looks a little bit crazy. I feel like once we get all of the iron in all of the gaps, then it will look just a tiny bit better. Yeah, let's give that a go. Final few layers of iron now going in up at the top. And now, once again, we're going to jump down to the bottom, and we're going to see if this has improved the situation in the slightest. I have high hopes. And yeah, that looks a lot better. One thing that I have noticed, though, is we are right next to something that is almost identical, but looks considerably cooler. So that's basically showing me up. Wow, that really scared the pants off of me then. So, I've made some pretty significant changes to our firework right here, and I've spent a bunch of time on the roof section because nothing I did looked good. Some of the things I built look a little bit inappropriate, so I think this one is probably the way forward, but I haven't actually seen it from down at the bottom just yet. There we go! Alright, that definitely looks like a firework. As you can see, we've got a slightly shorter stem area right here. Originally, there was 5 stripes going up, which isn't what showed on the actual firework, like pixel art type thing, the thing that you actually hold in your inventory. In your inventory, it only shows 3 stripes, so I thought I'd knock it down a few there. And then up at the top here, we have got the top of the firework, which looks okay. However, this side is actually different to this side. I don't actually know which one I prefer. I think I prefer this side. Yeah, that side looks considerably better than the other side. So I'll fix that up, and then we'll start work on the other fireworks. Now that I actually know what I'm doing, progress is coming along much, much faster now. So we're just in the process of placing in the roof for our second firework. We're doing the second ring. I think this is the 3rd ring around the top, and then we just have the 2x2 spike, which is going to go up through the middle, and that will be everything finished. So there we go. That is just proof that once you have a plan, and once you know how to place the blocks that you need to place, things absolutely fly through. Like that right there isn't a particularly big build, but because I didn't know what I was doing, it took me a very long time indeed to actually construct the entire thing. But this one has built really, really fast, and as you can see, yes, they look so good. They look awesome together. Now what I decided to do was I decided to do the stripes going into one another like that to give us like an arrow formation. I thought that was probably a good idea, and I'm very happy that I did do it because I think it looks amazing. This looks fantastic. Okay, so those are the 2 fireworks that are going to be out the front. That's going to be like the entrance gate into the store right there, and already I feel like I should definitely have like an arch connecting up both of these. But we still have another 2 fireworks left to build, so let's chuck those in. What is going on? What is going on? I'm so confused. This is honestly one of the strangest things that I think has happened on Hermitcraft in a long time. Oh. I just never seem to land. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm actually connected to the server. Okay. The lag issues continue. This is like 3 weeks now. Finally, after a whole bunch of building here, we are pretty much all done. I think I've covered in all of those blocks. Then it's once again the 2x2 spike in the center. And there it is! Our 4 fireworks are now all fully in place. Now, I think I'm going to try my best to get this angle right here. And that was an awesome shot, I have to say. But there we go. These things, they look awesome, don't they? I mean, we have to get rid of that block. Oh, we've just about made it there. So let's pop down to the bottom now and see how it looks from the floor. And there it is. Firework Kingdom. Awesome. Okay, so we have got the 4 pillars going around the outside, but we still have to do all of the central bits. And honestly, I have no clue what design we're actually going to be going for here. Guys, it has been 2 hours since the previous clip. Part of that is because I've been messing about with my camera and things, trying out some different modes. But part of that is because I have no clue what to do. I cleared out all of the blocks, so I had like a clearer mind. And it's just not working for me. I don't know. Finally, some blocks are being placed after ages of faffing around and just trying to work out exactly what will look good. I have got some white stained glass going around like this. So it's sort of like a very, very rough circle going between all of the fireworks right here. But most importantly, the entrance to this place is essentially like a little parkour course. Now, I'm not particularly good at parkour, and I can do it. So hopefully that shouldn't deter too many of the hermits. But as you can see, we actually have a start to this place. Good stuff. Now I need to work out what I'm actually going to place in the center. I was originally thinking just regular glass. But maybe I could do quartz? Quartz could look quite cool. Alright, I would say I have just about finished the platform. We just need a few more bits of glass making their way across on both sides. These things are almost impossible to place. But there it is. So we have got glass going across the top. We have got an iron center. We have got a bunch of glass panes going around the outside. And I would say that this looks pretty cool. Now, my Elytra just don't seem to be enabling today. So just watch out for me falling off of things. But there it is. There is the Firework Kingdom. I like that. Yeah. Yeah, that looks really good. It's not too obvious what's going on. My voice went really high then. I have no clue why that just happened, but it's not too obvious what's going on here. There's not too many definitive blocks, but I think that adds to it. I think that looks really cool. So now what we need to do is we need to fix up the bottoms of all of these fireworks, then actually add something to the bottom of these fireworks, because right now they look like they're switched off. Whereas we want them to be in like full blast. So I would say for this one, we're going to need the red hardened clay, we've got the orange hardened clay, we've got a ton of yellow hardened clay as well. That's going to make up like the main body of all of the flames. And then if we just spin around here, we can pop straight into Rendog's glass shop and see what he has to offer. So, this man, how does he have this much stock? Like seriously, where does he get the time to get all of this glass? Right, so I'd say we need maybe 2 stacks of yellow stained glass. We're going to need 2 stacks of orange stained glass. Seriously, how much? Does this guy have like a sand generator or something like that? Because that is a ridiculous quantity of mining. So we've got the yellow, we've got the orange, now the red, which is there. 1, 2, and 1, 2. Fantastic. Alright, I am going to take this stuff over to the Fireworks Kingdom and we'll start throwing it about. Okay, I've built one of the flames. Let's just take a step back and see how this looks. Now, honestly, I have no clue because I've literally just been spamming pretty much all of the blocks everywhere. Hasn't been too much of an order to it, but that looks awesome. That looks so good. That's worked perfectly. Hey, that is... I'm so blown away by this that I don't even know what to say. I think that looks Perfect. I have created a really good looking flame right there. Look, we've got a gradient from red through orange through to yellow. I did plan on doing that. That wasn't just luck. But I wasn't expecting it to look quite as good as that. Maybe I'm just simple. Maybe I'm just easily excited by things that I build. But no, I'd say I've done a pretty good job on that one. Right, let's do it for this one. Fire number 2 is now all in place, and I'm going to try my best to keep the progress updates to a minimum from this point forth, because to be honest with you, they're all going to get pretty similar. But I just want to make sure that these two look, well, relatively okay next to one another. I don't want one of the flames to look much bigger than the other, because then of course it will look like this thing should be flipping over. But by the look of things, yeah, these two are pretty identical. And this thing is starting to look really, really awesome. Right, let's do the fire for the other two. Final scaffolding is being removed now. This long building project, amazingly long building project, considering how tiny this build actually is now finally completed. And this is the end product. We have got ourselves a rocket-based flying area right here. And I would say this is my new favourite shop on the Hermitcraft server. The snot shop's up there. I love that thing. But I think this thing looks absolutely amazing. Right, I'm going to grab myself some signs and also some chests, and then we can start filling this thing up. And there we go. Here are our extremely official looking signs. We also have some signs up at the top right there. Let's just run up through the parkour course. We've got some signs up there, but you'll never ever see them. And these are the 3 double chests. And all I'm going to do is place a sign. Now, what should the prices be? Maybe 2 stacks for 1 diamond. So there you go. 2 stacks of fireworks for 1 diamond. I feel like that's a good way to go, but unfortunately right now we don't actually have any stock at this point in time. So I'm going to quickly run over to the base, and I'm going to grab myself some gunpowder and also some paper, and then we'll do some crafting. But here's the deal. Right now, we only have this much gunpowder, and I want quite a lot more gunpowder than that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go AFK overnight up at the top of the mob farm, and we're going to try our best to get tons upon tons of the stuff. But this time, I'm going to make sure that the redstone clock over here is actually up and running. I can't believe the AFK session that we did the other night didn't actually work. But there we go. This thing should now be firing the items up at the top. We can now go up our minecart elevator, and I will see you guys in around about 16 hours. So we're now back on the Hermitcraft server, and unfortunately, during my AFK session at some point, I got kicked, which isn't particularly brilliant. But the good news is that the reason that I got kicked is because we actually got updated to snapshot 16W50A, which is the snapshot that actually has the firework rocket boosters on the inside of it, which means that the new shop that we've built in today's episode of Hermitcraft is actually going to be fully operational at the end of today's episode of Hermitcraft. But let's see, how long will we AFK for? Not that long. That's really annoying. We've got like an extra maybe 3 or 4 stacks of gunpowder over there. So we'll probably AFK for about half an hour. I have been AFK. I have left my computer on overnight for about 4 stacks of gunpowder. Well, anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up all of this stuff. I'm going to take it down to the industrial district. We're then going to pick up some sugarcane as well. We're going to chuck those things together and craft up a whole ton of the fireworks. So as far as I remember, I think you place in the paper, and then you need 3 bits of gunpowder to give you a flight duration of 3. And wow, these things are really cheap. That's insane. We've got a whole ton of fireworks from like a really small quantity of gunpowder. There is no way I need as much gunpowder as I currently do in my system. Right, let's craft up all of these, and I'm gonna have to give one of these things a go because I have never really done this in Minecraft before, and I don't know how to actually do this. So I'm going to be learning with you guys. I'm guessing what I have to do is I have to jump off of something, enable my Elytra, and then kick the firework into action, and that should make it work. If I just place it down, then yeah, it just zips off into the distance. Yeah, that's definitely not what we want to do. Right, let's try this. Okay, so I'm going to jump, fly. This is the best thing ever! I'm going to see how high I can go. Oh my word, how high are we? We're at y equals... This is... Honestly, this is absolutely game-changing. We're at y equals almost 500. This is the best thing. Oh, I'm totally lost. I have no clue where I've flown off to. Wow. This is actually amazing. I think this is my new favourite feature in Minecraft by a long way. This is awesome. I've just crashed into... That was spectacular. I just flew through a gap in the drone right there. Awesome. Okay, well, these things are amazing. I have just used... How many did we use just then? We used about 22, I think, 26 in total, which isn't too bad. And I definitely don't have to use them as much as I am using them. I'm sort of spamming them a little bit. But... this is just fantastic. Right, well, I'm going to craft up a whole ton of these, then we're going to transport them over to the new fireworks shop. These things are going to be selling like nothing else. And you know what? I think I might drop the prices just a tiny bit, because these things are a lot cheaper than I was expecting as well. Now, I have to say, navigating the Hermitcraft server has got considerably easier than it was beforehand, because I literally just took off from the floor of the industrial district. You know that thing that you do where you like double jump and you can jump over the fences? If you do that and time the right click perfectly, then that means that you can just lift off. You can just take off like a plane. It's amazing. But anyway, here is the fireworks shop that we built earlier on in the episode. I've got pretty much a full inventory's worth of the fireworks right here. And I think I'm going to say 3 stacks for a diamond. Let's do the parkour. There we go. And we'll break this sign right here. We'll place in all of the fireworks so they can go all in the chest just like that. That seems like a pretty good number for the time being. I want to see how fast these things will stay out. But we want to go 3 stacks. 1 diamond. Yeah, that's not done correctly. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is the fireworks shop. It is now fully stocked. I will sort out those signs at some point because I know that's going to wind all of you up. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I've got time for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please sure to hit that like button. And if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.